Greetings, greetings. Greetings, greetings, all divine beings. It is Witchy Poo coming back to you with another video. Uh-oh, we're live. Hello, guys. With another video. And if you are feeling kind, please, please, in the words of James Brown, please subscribe. So it has been a minute, but we're back on the One Direction tarot side. So we're going to get into Cheryl Tweedy. She is in charge of Payne's estate until Bear, which is his son, becomes an adult and of age. Now, just a few things that articles can be found all over the place, but in the simplest terms, that this trustee for the beneficiary, which is Bear, Cheryl has to, thank you for the like instantly as you come in, is in charge of this 24 million, okay? It's going to be invested for a long time over the horizon, so it's going to be, putting shares, putting bonds, cash property, and just other assets for this young man to have growth because, the money has to keep being invested in order to have a return. So the investment industry is really going to consider, without taking too much, there's about 5% on average. I'm sure everybody gets a little cut, but we are just going to dive into this whole scenario situation with Cheryl Tweedy and Liam. So that's a little bit from the article. Liam is a Virgo. Excuse me. Cheryl is a Cancer and Liam is a Virgo. Let me be sure again. I've got so many of these boys on my mind. It's ridiculous. Yes, he is a Virgo. Okay. So without further delay, that's kind of the rundown. We're going to get into what's happening in the energy of Miss Cheryl Tweedy right away. It'll come up past, present, and future. But mostly we're going to focus on this whole situation between these two as far as love and that thing. All right. So let me through the doors for Virgo. Virgo is Liam. Cheryl is a Cancer. Cheryl Tweedy is a Cancer. Forgive me. Here we go. Cancer, Virgo, please. Cancer, Virgo, please. The future is very thin. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Seven of Wands in reverse. 7 is a magic number, and it is some sort of just giving up here. Whether it's giving up trying to connect with family, with these roots, whether it's giving up trying to solve a mystery or what happened. Seems blood on the leaves are here in the cards. But this is just a feeling of maybe not wanting to admit how exhausted or how dark. But there is something here of a giving up feeling, and it could just be exhaustion in her energy over this whole thing. Let's clear this up. Spirits with sign symbols, downloads, and messages do we have regarding the Cancer, Cheryl Tweedy, and the Virgo, Liam Payne at this hour? I am going to go back to Roger, so we may do that. We may do that next. I'm not sure. We'll see where time permits. First card we have is Justice, upright. Libra is always here, but this is a little bit different. Karma's here, and I feel like also some sort of life lesson. This is past tense. And then we have the Two of Wands, more fire energy, and this is a decision that was made in the present. She may have been involved with just to have, I figure, like a conversation that may not be comfortable, okay? And that could mean a lot of different things. There was no will for Liam left, so everything is to first of kin, and the Wheel of Fortune is here. Now, this involves Taurus, Scorpio, Jupiter with the planet circling the motions, but these two obviously have some sort of soul tie. Soul connection and soulmate definitely feels right. But the soul mate you would want to be with and not separate at any time, so that feels strange. All right, and then we have the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. This is also seeing, she knows something that she's not sharing. She may believe that people can do evil things. She also can believe in the beauty and magic of being comforted or taken care of in the past tense. Hi, Darian. How are you? I'm doing One Direction, but if you come back to the end, give me about 20 minutes. I'll flip a card for you. Please forward it to the end on the replay circle. The King of Pentacles is in reverse. This is the present. Greed is here. And that's just to do with the industry. I'm not going to say this woman in general because we're not going there yet. And then we have the Empress as the final card. This is Taurus energy, and this is sensual. She's very attractive. He may have always felt that this appeal is never going to go away, but there's just a connection they could not vibe on for some reason, because attraction and appeal, and then you have to vibrate in the mental, it doesn't equal. Okay, why do we have Justice? What's with the Libra energy, and what's the consequence? You got the 2, High Priestess. The Hermit, more Virgo, so he's here. Okay. Virgo's here. In the casket and all, my friends. No disrespect. I want to start here because in the past, they may have had a lot of argument. Sorry, start over because I got a call. In the past, they may have had a lot of arguments where she may have said things that she couldn't take back. But you see, they have a solid, I feel like, background because they did something that both helped them grow in some sort of mindset. But it seems like in the past, he may have wanted to not be isolated while he was drinking or doing something that he shouldn't. This energy comes in as him being some sort of light, and she's just trying to kind of not manipulate it, but chop it down for some reason. 9 is the year we're in. So this feels like a fatigued relationship. Look, there's a lot of passion and a lot of, I feel like, just attraction. And so him not wanting to be lonely around doing something that she may not do excessively in moments, that kind of is a big turnoff. So Cheryl definitely was not attracted to the over excessive party stuff, okay? She seems like an introvert here. But they also were at a last chance. They were at a last stance, a last possibility here. She may have warned him like, hey, I'm not going to put up with you now that you've got this kid, you know, doing stuff that wasn't balancing the energy. And this is where this connection kind of just kaput, went to hell here. Now, this is Cancer with the High Priestess. So she's here. This is all past tense. And I'm also seeing that she may have superficiality about her, and that's a reflection in the mirror she refuses to kind of look at. She may have wanted to say things or regarding something that she knows with a hidden motive. Now, I don't feel like this hidden motive is coming from her, but I really need to confirm because it's here in the past tense, and we know how people can be set up without consequence. Yes, the smoke is picking up. I draw my Orisha card so we can get to the bottom. The Karis, number 8. This is a forever thing. They will always be connected because of Bear, because of this child link. But then again, there is a passion or something that really has them divested into each other that is secret and never really got a chance to open up and be explained before he passed away, okay? And I feel like, you know, the ultimatums that we're giving, he was not going to cooperate. He's Liam Payne, for goodness sake. You feel what I'm saying? So this is not going to be easy when she may have been trying to tell him, hey, take it easy, slow down. We got a child now. Something just didn't sit right with Liam. And he wanted to keep getting down. You know, he wanted to have fun and do what he wanted. He wanted with her, but she's not having it for some reason. All right, and it's the perspective. Thank you for this, spirits. Let me clap it up for you. So it's the perspective that she was looking at. There are words on a paper somewhere that she reads for him or has some sort of note that was given, but truly she didn't want to keep going as far as getting up in age and doing something that seems worthless, that seems useless, okay? We're going to keep going. What's with this 2 of Wands in the present moment? Now, if we're talking about leaving comfort. She also took a risk by, I feel like leaving him. She is worth an estimated like 40 million or something like that. But this isn't about money. This is about who he is as like a cunning individual. The things that he did to always make her think, hey, you know, was this a bad choice or you're going to get it together? because he always seemed to put her in the middle of something, and it seems like there is a difficult choice here still in the present. 5 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. 9, 10, 11. I'll start here. I feel like there is some resentment with the number 4 foundation, with her not really getting the real love or marriage support, something, because she's stable. This is not going anywhere. She's very, very secure, but she also may be stuck on some sort of there's a materialistic thing. There's a big, I feel like, money ring, but it's her money that she has, so I don't feel it's Payne's, okay? And I feel like what she's really kind of worth goes through her mind and feeling of something that's an inability with some sort of regret. She's still mourning him because she didn't get a chance to say what love was in the thought process. She never got a chance to let him know about drowning in some sort of feelings. She thinks about the things that she wanted to say and do every single night or day, something like that. But, you know, this really all just comes in as somebody who just was stuck in the middle about who they were as a person. Never really wanted to cut him off, but there was something that made them lose focus, made them lose touch besides the drinking. It's like something that's closed up. Open up for me, please. Could you let me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, no, please. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, man. Okay, so I just thought he was maybe a Hitler once. That's not here. That's not here. No abuse. Okay. So this vulnerable thing of some tenderness, she is, like I said, a big introvert, very gorgeous, but she doesn't like to be noticed. So there is something on the attention span that I feel was too much for her in general. And this is what still is going on in the present. She doesn't want any negative attention. She definitely has some sort of loyalty and passion still for him. Oh, okay. I had to clear that up because I got scared. Vulnerability, tenderness is here. She's very sensitive. Why do we have this wheel? There is a decisive moment in the future where she knew that this was going to happen, take place, something along the lines here. There we go. Yep. And that's where we're starting. See this man in the casket, 7 of Swords, the 8 of Strength, and then Leo, the Sun. This is all truth coming to you at this time. The openness that he had, she's not really on that kind of freedom side, right? Very truthful, confident, but the sun really just revolves up in the sky setting. She's not really going to try to go after it. She likes to be private. She may have just now be coming out of some sort of depression here and realizing that she has a piece of legacy and history. Hello. God bless you, Cheryl. You've got a big ticket on your hands. And not to say as money, I'm talking about Payne's child, his son, his only, right? So when we know 7 is the magic number, we know that there is some sort of truth not only being revealed to you this time, but in conscience. She has a lot of regret because this is something that I feel she's lied about as her feelings, lied about as a depression state, lied about wanting to come out and speak and give people the hope, you know, for Mr. Payne. But I feel like there is a confession that was given the opportunity to be spoke upon before her feet. But because of these people that surround her in the industry, there is no speaking, thinking, seeing. She knows that. So the strength is remembering, looking at the sun, talking to Bear. She's really overcoming something that tried to destroy her. And it's not destroy her as if she's got a big part in this. It's just the sun. She really, really, she loves that little boy and really wishes that they can meet again. She thinks about maybe when feeding him or doing something, just looking at him. She thinks about the facts that him and like Liam will never get together and play around. It's things that come as a sentimental thought You understand? It's inner stuff that makes her sad. She's gaining complete control again. And I think not only her having value and worth and money, it's just seeing that the son may be born again. And I'm not talking about the sun in the sky. This son that she has could possibly come out like as Liam's protege. She's working on something on the side. Whether it's an instrument being played, making him learn something. This is all coming in as just wanting to keep his legacy alive. I appreciate it, Cheryl, at this time. Well, then there's healing, too, that needs to come through. And she listens to his music a lot. When you see this elder, you have to know that it's wisdom and real words that come in to heal and help people. So she's really wrapped in as to replaying the music, home videos, letting this son see Bear, him in the action from before. But in the future, it's going to take a lot more healing for her to, like, not be sad, because this is not, yes, for the passion and love, but this is all about Bear. This is all about the sun for some reason. All right, let's clear this up. Why do we have this Hierophant? This is Taurus energy. This is also Cancer coming in, but it's not in the sense where it lines up. It's not being ignorant, trying not to be ignorant. Okay. All right. And then we got, when I told you she cries, OJ's is playing We Cry Together. You got the Five of Wands. And then the King. A lot of fire energy. Feelings. I'll start here. When it comes to self, as trying to not really get over stuff, but be quiet on what you do know, or not come out and say something that could possibly share too much that she's been covered for. We'll just say that. People become cold. They become numb to the world. They repress their emotions, and they're really not able to express going forward. But the three hearts that you see as this family, this is something that makes her sad, because she wishes she could go back. This emptiness that comes, it doesn't feel good when she's alone and she realizes the money, it's just not enough, right? Because she's thinking about the future of them coming together, and it's not. I'm not trying to be rude. She wants a lot of reconciliation with the fire being put back into the home setting, pictures on the wall. She thinks about things that make her sad. So this is the strength that she's trying to come out of, as teaching Bear a new talent or something that he can do when he grows up. Because this is all in the matter of the legacy she wants. There is revenge here. Why do we have the revenge? She's not focused. She's not seeing some sort of vision. There's a weak leader, a tyrant around. Come hither, come hither. What are we talking about here in the past tense? They can see you. Go on over there. Go relax on that side. Keep them legs up. All right, so we got Cabala de Canas. Cabalo de Canas. So, plantas. We've got a bunch of different soldiers running around that may have fronted on her, pressed her, let her know that, whatever information is being told, you got to shut up. She's got had a lot of aggressive tactics come towards her, so she knows what's up. Tell me more. This tyrant, this weak leader that has instructed her to basically no more. What is it? Edgar Allan Poe? The identity. Sorry, guys. You're going to give me a moment. We only got 2 left anyway. Identity means somebody's always investigating her. She has to pretty much know who she is by having this son. There is some sort of role here that she has to play, and that's her sacrifice that has to be hush-hush. I don't know what that means. Do we want to go further and see? Do we really? So if there's a weak leader involved, there is someone who is tyrant, cynical from the past, that has given her instructions. Help, tell me more. These are all over the place, and that's fine. Brooms. Old powerful symbol tool of witchcraft. They are traditional vehicles for magic and travel. Essential elements for various rituals and used for sweeping up dust. She's holding this child. So there's something that is kind of swept under the rug, coming from like a dark side. And these cards with the Damien Tarot, they're not all entities. These are just symbols. So something definitely was swept under the rug from the past that she has to protect this child that she's currently carrying now. So, not in the womb, but, you know, carrying her on her back, taking care of him, raising him. And I feel like this tyrant, this evil person that has come in, everybody knew about the will not being there. No one instructed him to get it. It's like you kind of got to put the blind eye to people who are not educated to know what to do with their wealth and the financial benefit. She was all on board for somebody who approached her with a message to not encourage him to pretty much make sure that his stuff was in order before he passed. So she knows a lot more coming forward. Let's clear that. Why do we have this King of Pentacles in reverse? Now, this is Earth energy. Virgo, rock with me. But you got greedy. Greedy, greedy, greedy. These could be the people that are around her. It's not coming from. But obsessed with wealth could be her forte or her hidden motive, just being obsessed with it. All right, we got the Ace of Wands, we got the Devil, and the King of Cups. Saturn is here with the Devil, so is Capricorn. There's something in secrecy, because I don't feel like an addiction's coming through. It may be painkillers, pain pills, the Vicodin, something that just gets her through. But I feel like more this is like a secret. Everybody does what they do, so I don't know what that is in the present, but the pain pills are definitely here as something that eases, relax, gets her kind of calm. We got this King of Cups. Feelings are all over because when it comes to emotions, we're not really sure what to do with them. Sometimes we put them in the wrong stuff. Substance abuse, alcohol, doing stuff that's just over excessive where you can't function and your life's falling apart, right? Dishes in the sink, shit in the toilet, fucking just, I'm not saying her in general, right? She's got maids. She's got maids. She's got maids in all ways, but I'm just talking about you let your life go. So when you let your life go, you don't think that you need to be counseled, right? You're just going through some stuff because your heart never got to heal to say some stuff. The final card here in the present is the Ace of Wands. And this is new energy that wants to come in. She is inspired. But like I said, it's by Bear. It's by this one that's just constantly moving along. I don't think she'll ever have the passion like she did for Liam. But she talks to someone who's funky, who just kind of pacifies her for the moment. Can you confirm some more stuff, what's happening here in the present moment? Secrecy, the Devil, really focused in general on new passion, new energy. What's happening? All right, like I said, with the body, there's something that she's doing to kind of rest. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my goodness, she's on drugs. It doesn't say that, right? But there is something that eases her mind. There is an addiction here that's in secret, and I feel like this is the only way she's going to get through at this time. No judgment. Final card is the Empress. This is Taurus energy, and this is also nurturing, and that's what she's doing to Bear, that child she loves so much here. She really loves him to death. Let's move this over in the center. Why do we have, keep the story so y'all can see it. Why do we have this final card? Final card with the Empress, please. Takes care of him so much. Knight of Wands. When I told you this energy comes in as her being like an adventurer, looking at that boy as her hero. Bear is the one. You've got the World. You've got the Two of Cups. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to start here. I got to wrap this up. They have a big connection. Like I said, it's attraction. They were so attracted to each other that created the bond, but what he was doing wasn't fulfilling her world. She will always have his heart. He will always have something to be a part of her world, right? The child. And it makes me so sad to say this, but this energy that comes in is very charming. She wishes she was a little rebellious, being more of a free spirit. In the future, she may do that here with this young man, this bear, this child. But right now, Capricorn, Aquarius, Saturn has just got her incomplete, just empty feelings. I don't see that she had a part of this stuff, even though she is all knowing. She is all knowing of this will that could have been put into place properly. She is all knowing of a tyrant that has come in and changed the colors of her emotions ultimately, because she could have said something, right? But when you get that stagnation in your life, you just don't know what to do. And everything that she's accomplished, even being on The Voice and just having all these millions, it doesn't satisfy her. It does nothing. She feels lost without this physical guy on the planet with her son, Liam. Final one. I thank y'all for coming in and out. There is justice that's here, and it still may come as some sort of confession. We may be old and gray, and she's going to come out and have some sort of story that has honesty or some sort of life lesson. But when I told you that there is a consequence here from the very beginning, from the past, the present, and the future, is still here.